Alrighty, welcome to Jinxia, home of the high-speed thrill ride, Exit. They love it. I'm not sure I love it, mind you, but they love it. In fact, my concern about that is sufficiently strong that I'm thinking about maybe zipping in and trying to rebuild that on the fly. Because this is the, well, I say that, and yet they seem to be managing the thrill ride okay for the moment. And there's a lot else that's not managing so well at the moment. So, triage. We need more electricity instantly. And in order to do that, we have to use this rather inferior electric generation. I wonder whether maybe I might be better advised to put it where it's needed most. I'll get rid of this later. For now, there you are. Now that was incredibly bad efficiency. It's about as bad as this. You can place it in a place where nothing actually happens. It got him off my back for the moment. Water availability. We need more water pumping capacity and more sewage draining capacity. Here's where we suck the water out of the ground. And... nope, that's trash. And we've got to wait just a moment for the sewage dumping area. We can't place it just yet. We are waiting patiently. Come on, people. We know you want the new sewage plant. You're aching for it. You're begging for it. 2,000. So we're going to have health problems with that as well, unless we get this online hastily. 2,300. I wonder if I can destroy things and get money back? Come on, come on. 2,500. I really shouldn't have placed the double, I placed double landfills, and that used money that I could have used for this. And as everything gets nasty, revenues is going to dwindle. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. 3,079. Are we ready? Yes, we are. There, now I'm absolutely totally broke, but the sewage and water are back on track. Electricity is still nasty. I'm really not quite sure what I'm going to be able to do about that. Very little, I think. Highways are okay. That is going to be costing me something. It's $1.20 versus 40 cents for a ramp. So I think maybe what I'm going to do is turn some of these guys back into ramps. which also gives them a fun little game to play. They can swerve about amusingly. So, what fresh new hell do we have? Mostly it's the electricity. We're desperately needing electricity, and this costs 100 a week. This is doing us no good at all. It was a bad idea. Goodbye. They're happy, but they're also very lacking in electricity. These people would rather like to have police protection, but I have no way of getting it to them, which is sad, but true. Some fool is still living here. No, sir, no, you may not live there. We got a dirt road heading up there. We got some abandoned buildings and some issues with water. We should have enough, oh, good lord. Do I see what I think I see? Okay. There's your problem. Instant road building. Bam. That's where all the garbage trucks have gone. It wasn't actually connected up. That was probably the most major catastrophe mistake that I have made here. This is a fundamental part of the exercise and absolutely, utterly, totally necessary. And it was just not online. Now they're boiling into there, trying to get to where they need to go. I got my keys in the wrong place. Excuse me while I swirl around. You can't blame me. This place is a mess. And we're going to do a swirly road to bypass this stuff so that I can still be within the city limits, kind of, sort of. But a ramp is going to go behind all the landfills. And then join onto the highway. Now that's going to speed the way stuff gets around. Whether it's going to be enough, I really couldn't tell you. I would, however, like to accelerate this, so you know what I'm going to do here is... This was already enough of a mess anyhow, I don't even care. I'm going to bulldoze all of this and instantly replace it with a ramp. There. Now that's a bad design for an exit, so what we're going to do is immediately go in and fix it again. Okay, messy. Let's get something on here instantly. There is no time for derping around any further. Now, hopefully they can do that a little faster. I'm thinking we probably have a lot of really messy problems going on. But since we are playing the high-speed Let's Play not pause triple rate, when we have major things to deal with like that, well, it poses a bit of a concern. I think we're going to get rid of these guys while we're at it. There seems no reason to not fill this in a little bit. Although some of those really shouldn't be there. Ah, instant electricity problem. This is a serious one. Oh dear. Okay, we may be done. Oh my. Alright, so we got this. Emergencies. Instantly take this loan and use it to replace that power line. Remember how I warned you about the power lines? I just did that to myself. Alright, so I've got 50 grand now because I took an emergency loan. I had no choice because I'm playing on triple speed, and if I allowed the power to be out to this entire sector, I would be completely and totally boned. Now, while we're at it, let us use the rest to deal with some of these other urgent problems, such as my need for serious electricity generation. I don't think I can place it around there at all. Ah, that's 9, that's 11. Can I do better than 11? No, I cannot. Hang on. No, that's occupied. Ah, very good. And there's 10. There's 11. There we go. Now that has taken care of the electricity for a bit. What we're going to do right now is, knowing that we just took a bunch of loan, we're going to take a quick overview and see what else needs to be done that desperately needs serious resources. And we're going to try to pull out of this slump because we're losing money pretty rapidly. We can't spend it all or we'll just end up in need of a loan again. Electricity is reasonably okay, although it's awfully sketchy running it to there. I'd really like to... I'm going to have to run some extra. We're going to run an insurance policy. From there to there. It might not look nice, but it might keep the city alive in case something else bad happens. We don't have stuff going on in here. We need a lot more industry. This industry area has been pretty much beleaguered. And it's in such nasty shape that I don't want to do anything with it. I'm thinking we're going to expand the farmland out a little bit more. And we're going to do it with some dirt roads. And zone all these guys for farming industry. And see how that works. And it also makes sense to change some of this stuff to retail. That's what I'm thinking. Because they could use a bit in the way of retail. Oh, that was a rather sloppy job of it. We'll fix that. Just a little bit of retail over there. We still need a lot more in the way of farmland. We're not losing quite as much money now. So here's what we're going to do. This is now a farm elementary school. Oh god, that's messy. I don't think it's actually a great idea to have it all derped and scattered like that. I don't think that's necessarily leading to good things. So what we're going to do is sort of try to manually fill in some of the mistakes. And there we go. Now we're still losing money at a good clip. We're going to have to crank up our taxes just a bit. Let's push everything up to 10 and then cut back on some of the services and see how that goes. Electricity is okay. We just gave a bunch extra water. We have extra trash and it's not posing that much of a problem. Let's see how this looks. Alright, we're on the mend. We have not enough customers for some of this retail, even though they were asking for more retail. Oh, and we need water. All very well telling them that they can build there, but they need water. In fact, we need water here, too. It's better. You know, I don't really need to connect this around. It's perfectly fine being all kind of screwy. How are we doing? We're getting some money back. Our electricity consumption has just become bad again. However, that's rather horrible, but we'll do. I have a decent place for a wind farm here, and no more places to put the water-based ones. Okay, electricity is hanging in there. I've got pretty much equal demand for everything. We are earning a little money. And we're up to 5,500. If I can make it to 7,000, I can get incinerators. I'd really like to see that happen. Quick look at traffic. That's messy, but there's nothing much we can do about it. Nobody's using this road. Oh, no, wait, somebody is. We should be having garbage trucks coming into this road. And we got a lot of people using this horrible little dirt road. Oh. I'll do a bulldoze fest. Can Hoyt. That little road is amusing to see. So I'm pretty much trying to build a situation that supports a little more in the way of boosting us up. And we've got traffic lights in these areas, at least some of these areas. And that is because this is not a one-way, this is a two-way. However, I think I can probably fix that. There, now we've got a big loop. Anybody wanting to come through has to come through this area. In this area, they sort of come back. It's our circulation. It should also increase speed of stuff coming through this way. Now we are routing all of our industry through there, which is not great. We may very well want to run no, there is method to my madness here. I'm thinking I might also be able to or rather madness to my method. I want to run this into the industrial zone. Back off you. There, that works. And we'll just block whatever this was. Bam. And while we're at it, let's update that guy to a proper road. I heard a ding. I think I had something improving. And we're paying off some of our loan, although we're probably also making payments on it. I'm not entirely sure how this works. Man, I gotta love that crazy thing. Let's try to smooth that out a little bit, shall we? Oh dear. Okay, let's try it from the other direction. That's always a thing. Bulldoze this, and change it to a one-way. quickly go back to the ramp and change that to a one-way as well. This whole area is going to be real sad if nobody can get to it. In fact, I believe it is already becoming sad. It's kind of what it does. Let's put some houses in here. Web. And more houses, I think. All of the little houses. Well. And, of course, water, because you gotta have the water. Amp and Bomph. Alrighty. How's my little hellhole over here, Mining district. You're not mining district. My little hellhole, my little hellhole. And good night from the lovely city of Jinxia. We will resume later and try to make a little more sense of this madness. And we're still trying to get to 7,000 people so that I can start getting incinerators going. Not to mention things like subways. This has been another instance of UHC in City Skylines. Triple speed, and you may not pause. And we've survived some crazy stuff, I gotta say. See you later.